on your breathing, nice and easy. You did a great job. Let's go ahead and, like, watch what I mean, let's go ahead and just straighten out your legs. Did you see what I did there? Yeah, okay, so do that again. So it's like, these are the kinds of things that I do that it feels so good on the person. I'm not being sexual, I'm just like, I know that it feels good for human beings to be touched like that. And so I want to do that for my client because I know it's gonna make them want to come back for their next workout, and that's gonna affect everything, right? If the clients don't come to workouts, are they getting any fitter? No. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to make that whole experience amazing. From the moment they walk in and I'm like, oh, your shoes are adorable. You know, like the things that make them feel great, that empower them. I love your new haircut. I'm going to be genuine, I'm going to be authentic. I'm not going to say I love your new something if I think it's gross. But if I notice something, you have that power to make that person feel incredible, to compliment them, to build them up, to lift them up, to make them feel wonderful. Why would you not do that? You know, why would you not make it part of your protocol? Like every session, I'm going to look for something to really praise them. They did more reps, they did, you know, more resistance, they can run faster on the treadmill. I'm looking for successes. So they're like walking out going, wow, I got praised, I lifted up, I got complimented, I got touched, I got stretched out. I love working out there. You know, people need that. So little things like that as you're playing with your new client, and we'll reverse back and forth, just think about stuff like that, like, okay, lie down, boom, okay, so just relax, I'm gonna grab, and I'm just gonna like, just relax and stretch them out, just relax, you know, like stuff like that, right? It's just like, boom, and they're just like, oh yeah, man, it feels good, you know? They love that kind of stuff, right? And I'm still going to be thinking about the technique of the physical part of stretching to make sure I do it right as a technician, but I've got this sort of ulterior motive of little things like that, like this, the rubs, the touches, like just a squeeze of the foot. Like how amazing does that feel, right? My hand's here, okay, now what I want you to do before I give him the technical cue, Alex, what I want you to do, so I'm just squeezing his foot, what I want you to do, Alex, is I want you to take this leg right here, and all I want you to do is keep it straight, and I want you to lift it up as high towards the ceiling as you can, right? I'm just like, boom, just kind of, I'm not doing it, he's doing it, he's in there, right? So anyways, now you can just relax into me. Think about your technique in that way. Become a master of touch. Become a master of making sure the person feels great, and you're just doing those little things that are totally within our scope of practice. You know, all I'm doing is stretching them up, right? But I'm doing it in a way that makes the person feel great. Make sense? Okay, so what I'm doing at this point is I'm going to be stretching out his hamstring. Now notice again, sometimes I see that trainers have the right intention, but they don't think about the process. And I'll see trainers like, okay, time to stretch up. And they're like, oh yeah, come on. Yeah, you know, they're all like rough and they're like pulling and pushing. And, you know, it's like, well, that doesn't feel good anymore. You know, it's like, oh, too far, you know. Like be really gentle and nurturing in your process, right? So it's slow. And you'll notice that I had him lift first. You know, okay, to keep your legs straight, go as high as you possibly can. And I was just there to, you know, assist him. So it's not like his hip flexors are going to cramp or whatever. But I want to know before I start putting him on stretch, how far can he go, right? Because if I think, oh, his leg can go way over there, but it can't, that's where, if you've ever done that accidentally, and I have very, very much so early in my career, where the client's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're like, oops, sorry. You know, so now I know, I've learned better to, instead of me getting in there and putting a stretch on them, I'm like, okay, you take me where you can, actively go, and then that's where I start the process. Then I can go a little deeper.
One thing I want to say about that is how you start stretching in the very first touch, the first cueing, sets the tone for the entire way it's going to go. If she came in there and just grabbed my leg, lifted it up, I would have immediately been on the defense. I would have been, all it takes is a trainer for one time to stretch a client too far, and from then on, they will always think stretching is bad. I'm not saying that they always. It takes a lot of healing to heal that emotional thing. Because a lot of times they've never been stretched before by anybody, right? Or if they've been stretched, it was from physical therapy and it was painful. So we have to remember, not everybody thinks like we think. Oh, it feels good to have sore muscles and to have them pulled on. Most people go into emotional protection, like all kinds of stuff's going on. And before you can truly get somebody to release, they have to emotionally start feeling that it's safe here and that they can heal and they can breathe. And that's why soft talk, soft client talk can put them in that mode to start to relax. And it's talking about things they love. I have a client named Pam, talk to her about the beach and her artistry and playing the piano while we do this, and she just forgets that we're even there. Otherwise, she's like the whole time. So, it's good.
Okay, so